Welcome. As night begins and LA quiets down, businesses begin to close their doors to the public. Nightclubs and the nightlife begins to slowly pick up pace. And our Cainites awaken. As you do, Iris,
Yes.
you open your eyes to see
Mhm.
in the room Olivia reading a letter.
You got a letter, and not from me?
I didn't. You did.
Did I? Well,
Seems our guest has arrived.
oh, I see. Right, you're gonna have to... Right, give me a quick rundown on the proper next steps.
Well,
I mean,
do you remember the customs you used with me?
yes, of course I do.
Okay. It's about the same, only the other way around.
What do you mean?
Accept 3 gifts, depending on how many there are. If it's just him, 1 gift. If it's him plus his servants, usually 2, it's 1 each. Then offer them something in return, along with the best quarters in the house. Or in this case, the domain, which would be the building you purchased.
Yes.
They have it for 3 nights, and then after that, you can provide them that mansion as you wish.
I mean, didn't I technically give the papers for the mansion already away? Or is it not considered yet?
Well, you
Theirs?
did give the papers away. Think of another gift for now. It's mostly symbolic. The idea is that you're putting out the message that they are not to be harmed while they're here. You do not intend any harm upon them, and they bring a gift to show that they intend on that same day.
I remember last time you've told me that because like a haven or a domain was mine, and since I was not a Vita, it was not so strict, but I suppose it is now?
It can be. Things are complicated, and it entirely depends on who exactly you're dealing with. In this case, given the age, I would expect him to be extremely tied to traditions. I would also advise you bring at least a few members of your pack alongside you to greet.
Including you?
Well, obviously.
Well, obviously I will. Do they need to prepare any gifts? Or do they just need to be polite?
Do they own the domain?
I mean, do I actually own every land bit here?
You for the purposes of this, you own the domain.
Okay,
Don't act like it's ambiguous. You own the domain.
All right. Well, several
If your pack members don't own the domain, it is imperative that they do not give or receive gifts in this specific scenario. They are not the owners. If they give or receive gifts, they are claiming to be the owners of the domain.
I see.
A show of respect is fine. Exchange of gifts in terms of tradition, well, just remember you're not speaking our language with them. Okay?
Right. So mentioned as a gift. I mean, could it have been an advanced gift? I mean, essentially, I did say that it was for the Revenant's master.
Well, gifts don't always need to be physical. I don't think having a gift provided ahead of time would be wise. At least when it comes to the tradition. Maybe,
yeah, but
maybe offer time
vessels
out of your night.
Oh, yes.
Knowledge.
Vessels.
Something of the sort. A service. You don't need to offer a thing. You just need to offer something. A show of peace.
And I suppose books are not gonna cut the deal?
They would, if you have one.
I mean, I did already translate those. I do have some Book of Not pages, don't I?
You do. I'm not gonna tell you your business. I'm just going to say, remember what the gift is supposed to be. It's a show. It's a message. It very much will determine how your relationship with this...
Way not to place any pressure on me.
You're the Archbishop. I doubt there could be any more.
Listen,
pressure.
picking out gifts is definitely, especially for intimacy, is definitely one of the most stressful things I have ever done.
Why not reach out to Jack?
I mean, I will. But okay, fine. With the thingy, with the books and so on. Also, you said free gifts. Does it mean the gifts need to be exchanged in 3 nights?
No. 1 gift, 3 nights. That's usually the pattern. The 3 gifts would be more if he brings along servants who are also guests. But that's if they're not entirely dependent on him. They're individuals in their own right who happen to serve him.
Right. So there could be even vampires among them.
For all we know. If they're just ghouls or some minion of his, no gifts need to be exchanged. But no. I think you get the idea.
I get the idea. I'm going to...
Where would you like to receive the visitor?
Well, you did say that the best building in the domain is currently that mansion, which was restored and renovated.
I'll set it up then. You gather whoever from the pack you wish to bring.
Mm-hmm.
Well then, I'm going to basically text the pack and see who answers.
Mm-hmm. As you begin typing on your phone, Olivia opens the window, drawing back the blinds, and with a step on the windowsill and leaning forward to the outside, Olivia vanishes into the breeze. The pack begins receiving texts. Jack, you are in your haven. You're probably reviewing some volumes you've collected recently. Let's just say that. And, yeah, your phone buzzes.
Jack receives a message. I am going to raid your library.
Oh. Sure.
Well,
Any
our
reason?
library. Iris basically just says, let's meet at the library.
Okay.
Alright. And...
Jack will send an emoji of a dragon and a question mark.
Iris sends a response emoji of like this like sighing. And then a panicked emoji.
Okay.
And
Miguel.
then the gift emoji.
Miguel, is the project with like two-way mirrors with some abyss mysticism and some bullshit? Is it like ready-ish?
So. It's not
Oh,
100% usable, but you can probably improvise something on the fly if you really, really want to.
then I probably would. If it's gonna take like more than a few hours, then I'm just gonna drive to the library.
Okay. Well, as you get in your car, we cut to Gabriel, aka Aiden, who is at his haven, possibly preparing for the rest of the night, scrolling through the recordings of daytime surveillance he's set up as of late. And then his phone buzzes.
Well, he's going to check that because the few people that have his number have his complete attention when they call.
It's an address. You basically get an address. Meet me at the library. And you will notice that the library is capitalized.
You'll just get us a text back that is on my way.
Also, Iris will travel to the library through a tree.
Mm-hmm. Well, given how each of you is going there, and the fact that Gabriel has never actually seen the library in person, he's just been told the address. I think the first person to get there would be Iris, and then Jack, you basically bring your car to a stop slowly near the library, and you see Iris already close to the door, sort of looking up at the building that feels far more serene than it did before, when its previous occupant was in control.
Yeah. So, anything specific you want to get?
I mean, I guess I'll know when I see it. Hmm. But yeah, I need to get a gift. So I'm here to raid our library. Spoils of war and all that. By the way,
Most of it is
whatever I'm
difficult to
raiding is
access.
not coming back.
I assume so.
Mhm.
All right. Shortly
Let's
after,
wait for it.
Shortly after, another car parks just behind Jack's vehicle, and out comes Aiden, or Gabriel. Still looking like the surfer guy that you've decided to modify him to look as.
Well, to be honest, if Aiden is in the pass already, R63 is not gonna be so hard on the person. It ain't humanity no more.
Well, as Aiden is now in public, he kind of gives the guys an easy smile and an up nod as he puts his hands in his pockets and walks over casually.
Actually,
He's getting better at it, but it's still not natural, and
Actually,
you can tell.
what
It's a bit
probably
uncanny.
definitely benefits Gabriel at this current moment is the fact that his appearance of the sun-kissed surfer dude and all that was flesh crafted. Which means
Yeah.
regardless of how low or his humanity was or how low his current road rating is,
Yeah, that's just like wearing the mask.
he looks very high humanity. Hello, Gabriel. Hello, Jack. Let's go inside. I'm not gonna be talking at the entrance.
Yep.
Okay, then.
And if
In that
by
case,
the way,
you.
Storyteller, do you want to describe
Yeah.
the library to Gabriel?
So, Gabriel, as you approach the building, it is this rather tall tower, almost tower-looking building, with almost a warehouse shape near the bottom of it. As you approach, you see that right at the tippy top of the building, there are signs of some wildlife living up there. Bats, maybe birds. Something's fluttering in and out of it on almost frequent basis. As you make your way to the front door, and the three of you make your way inside, the inside of the library, past the front desk, is corridors of books. And Gabriel, I will ask you to roll me perception awareness, please.
You got it. Does tactical apply?
Not in this case, no.
Fantastic.
Don't forget the holiness of Pelese. Look, it doesn't work outside of VtM. I tried it in D&D, it doesn't work. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. So, as you observe the library, you look at these corridors of bookshelves. You look up at this dome ceiling in the lobby. You sense that not specifically here, but deep within the library, there's something off. Like there's remnants of something.
Well, the way she typed library, I am assuming it has something to do with that, and so I'm going to turn my gaze to Iris.
That is an absolutely wrong interpretation of what Iris meant by the library, but I accept that.
No, he
The
doesn't
Library
have any
of LA
guess.
Vampiric Congress, okay?
He doesn't have any idea of what it meant. He just knows he feels something weird, and that's probably related.
I assume that at the entrance it's not visible, well, actually, as soon as we're in, and Gable is done looking around, Iris starts walking towards one of the library wings. So I'm sure Gabriel should start seeing all the shelves and rows and columns of books.
Yeah, well,
I'm-
he's a good boy. He's gonna fall in behind you.
Yeah, you. So Aiden, you do see as you go further into the library, slowly you start noticing that the types of books present there get what you would consider more and more valuable to your average Cainite as you go deeper into the library.
Shiny.
Based whether Gabriel is just going to conclude out of character, my perception of Gabriel's intellect is going to strictly depend whether Gabriel is just going to realize that the library is because it is the library. But once in one of the library halls, Iris is going to turn around. Right then, our domain has some important Divitsa guest. An important Divitsa guest has arrived within our domain. And it seems that I am not exempt from the following the ancient Divitsa hospitality rules. And I'm not entirely sure that it is simply because I'm the Archbishop. I'm pretty sure that it is tied to other things, and Jack might see that Iris just throws this exasperated gaze at the bone ring. But I suppose being a metamorphosis does entails that I follow more than just that practice of the Tzimitza, among other things. So, today we're going to be receiving that guest. Now, are you aware of how hospitality works for Tzimitza?
With my single dot of etiquette, would I be?
You may roll for it, actually.
Fantastic.
So let's say int and etiquette. See if you know it.
Somehow I don't think abstract. thought applies to this.
Sorry, no.
Yeah.
It is pretty much written in stone concept.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
this doesn't apply.
Hey, look
Okay.
at that shit.
While you have never met someone of the Zamichi clan until you got out of the Shadowlands, you